You take...
Oh, say the number already.
76 points of force damage.
Oh boy.
Well, the problem with the disintegration trap... Like the War of the Worlds feature with Tom Cruise, Ford, you are suddenly dusted with what was once Aggie.
I'll take the lead. So, we're hopping into our Vox Machina writer's room. Basically, what this is, for anyone new to the channel, is that we are going to go ahead and we just did our analysis on Vox Machina. Now we're going to come up and try to write a little bit for it. We all brought at least 2 pitches to the table, and we're going to brainstorm for about 30 minutes. Then when we find what we like, we're going to go ahead into outlining for about 30 minutes. And this is just like a fun, creative thinking exercise. Now, this is a little reminiscent of, we covered Murderbot, and then someone kind of got upset because they're like, if you wanted to know what happened in next to Murderbot, you could have read the books. And True point.
It's true.
But that's not necessarily the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to push us outside of our comfort zone and to be like, what would we do with these characters? If we had the chance to adapt them or do something new or fun with them, what would that look like? And on that, fellas, we should have a bit of a conversation real quick about how we're going to tackle this, because I see a few different angles we can do this. We can either do it like thinking like a filler arc in an anime, or we could map out the...
That's heresy. People hate filler
season
arcs.
4. I'm sorry?
I said people hate filler arcs. Don't say that. We're gonna... That will get us death threats.
Probably.
We could... That's funny. Okay, so that's out. We could map out season 4 like we did with Eli. Like, what would we do at this point going into season 4? Or there's another pitch that, Travis, you had an angle of attack on this that you wanted to pitch?
Yeah, so I know what happens for the rest of Vox Machina because I'm a big fan, but like I'm very loose in my understanding of it. So the thought that I had was like, we could lay out the big, like, these are the non-negotiables because it's an adaptation. These are the things that have to happen. And then we can pitch to that, like how we approach those things. Or we could even like do a blue sky moment beforehand, be like, these are the things that we want to see happen. Then we can map out what has to happen and see where the cross section lies.
I feel like that'd be fun, because at least we get to like, even if we had to like completely drop our idea because it doesn't match, we at least get to explore it a little bit in a fun way. So I think maybe like blue sky must-haves, and then we'll go into like our rough outline.
Cool.
Does that make sense to everyone here?
Yes.
That works for this moi.
Now, most people don't like me asking them to pitch first, but Travis, you seem very eager. Would you like first crack, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go for it.
Okay.
I'm just going to pitch a thing like, this is already going to happen, but there's an angle on it that like I haven't seen happen. So because Scanlan is leaving Vox Machina for this season, there is another character that's going to enter the fray named Tyrion Darrington. He's fucking awesome. He's the most ridiculous character.
So he's not coming back for the whole season?
No, Scanlan will come back. He'll be back at a point, but...
Oh, gotcha. Just at the start of the season, he's not there. Got it. Okay, go ahead.
Right. He's going to be... Sam Riegel will be playing Tyrion Darrington in this thing. So there's a story that I want to pitch with him that, like, he has... This character experiences his whole own like homosexual awakening in this beginning arc of it. That's like a thing that happened in the live stream, but they never gave him like a proper love story. Tyrion comes in and essentially pays Vox Machina handsomely to let him be a part of their adventuring party so that he can write for his novels and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's
But he's
fun.
never been on an adventure.
Okay.
It's so funny. He's great. But I want
So
to
we
see
want to
him.
introduce a love interest.
Is it
Yeah.
is it Vax? Is Vax? on?
No, I mean Vax a little bit. He's got his own thing going on with Keyleth already, and I don't want to interrupt that. I feel like Tyrion can
No.
flirt with
I'm
Vax,
asking
but
who's the
What
one
about-
who becomes homosexual? That was my question.
it's Tyrion just becomes is
Oh, it's
Oh,
a new
Tyrion is the
character,
one.
Phil.
thing.
It's a
Yeah.
new
Oh, I'm
character.
sorry. I
Well,
misunderstood.
hold on. A
Okay.
potential love interest could be the merchant guy. That's super cool.
Yeah, Gilmore. That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Because Gilmore's very like, I'm here. I want to be with Vax. If I can't be with Vax, maybe I'll be with Tyrion. I don't know. Like that could be a whole thing
Yeah.
that we play with. Because I
And
love
mean,
Gilmore.
that could be like a really nice moment of them because they do like Vax and you said Gilmore do have feelings for each other, and it's kind of like this lovely letting each other go moment of
Yeah,
of like they're not mad, they're not jealous, but they did have feelings, and now they're moving on to different paths.
yeah, and that could be a
And they're
really
happy for
interesting.
each other.
That could be like a really cool way to help Vax like accept his love for Keyleth because he like always keeps her at an arm's distance. If there's
Ooh.
like this thing with Gilmore and Tyrion, it's like it's an excuse for
I
him
love
to.
Gilmore giving him advice on love. I love that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that.
Phil, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
No, it makes sense to me.
Okay, so my pitch that I wanted to open with is I want Grok to find an egg and then become a father.
funny.
That's funny. I like that.
He's so big and like breaking things. I just want to see him be gentle
That's good.
and
Could be
loving and
very funny.
affectionate.
What
I don't
kind
know
of
what's in
egg?
the egg,
I will
but
say
he
this.
loves it. And that could be like a fun mystery
some-
all season, like what's in the egg.
Yeah,
What
and
is-
he's just caring for it as they go through
Yeah.
things.
What's that treasure box that has teeth?
Oh, it's a mimic. Oh, that's funny. It's a mimic.
Well, yeah,
egg.
what if it's like, so the mimics are, they turn into, obviously, because they're mimics. What if it's like he has a mimic, he thinks it's an egg, as for the subverting expectations thing, and it turns out it's just a fucking mimic.
That could be super funny. It'd be like
That is funny.
the dart thing from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He raises a monster.
Yeah, very apropos of today.
Boingsta. No, I like the
Moinster.
type.
He'd be so
Boingsta.
heartbreaking. He'd be so heartbroken.
Yeah, well, that's
Type of name.
That is
well,
the show.
That's drama. That's the show. I mean, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you.
Very much so. So much drama. It's surprising.
So I guess for some, one of the things I wanted to do was to have Vex and Vex switch bodies.
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
a funny moment. Yeah.
So even though they're twins, they have switched. And it's kind of like navigating each other's sorts of lies or understanding each other's sorts of powers. And like even you can have, like, I always get the mix up, which I know is a joke. Vex having to understand the sort of burden that Vax has had to live with now that he's like who works for death ostensibly. Well,
Yeah.
what's his matron's name?
The matron of ravens.
Yes.
Right. Working with the race and seeing, because that's also a good way of like exposing her to the sorts of like visions that he has, like, and you've been this secret that you've been keeping, like you didn't say, why that hasn't happened in the show, has it?
Which thing?
I think Kyleith knows about the visions. I don't know who else knows about them.
Yeah, I don't think that she knows about the visions because he likes to protect his sister as much as
Right.
he can.
So, and it's like that. Like we're supposed to be
Mhm.
twins. We love each other, but you've been keeping these secrets from me. Like you've been seeing these, and like we can't even. They could even do the thing of like, well, what visions have you seen? And like him like trying to, because he's seen visions of like them all being dead and shit like that. So like,
Yeah.
and him having to navigate that sort of thing.
Just constantly plagued by that, but still moving forward, and she doesn't
Yes.
know the pain.
Right.
That's cool.
Do we know what might be causing the body swap?
Magic.
Fair enough.
That's very fair. Yeah. Some sort of magic.
Maybe like an orb they touch, they do the whole. Well, actually,
That's
what's his
wild.
name gets all upset at Vax. It gets upset at Percy for constantly touching things or causing 2 traps that almost killed his sister. So if Vax does it this time, and then the body switch happens, that could be fun. Like touches an orb in a treasure trove.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. What is Vax's like? What is she like into? Like, what's her thing? Like, what's her deal?
Wait, Vax is the boy or Vex is the boy?
Vax is the boy. Vex is the lady.
Okay.
Vex.
Well, she hates
Well,
dragons,
actually,
but-
Vax is the one we wanted to touch the object. We were going into Vex.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Okay, well, no,
This is why you're not supposed to have similar names in your script.
It's a, well, yeah,
Typically.
and it's a joke in the show. Like, legitimately,
Yes.
it's a joke in the show. So,
Big twin joke.
yeah,
She's
it could
got
be an
that love
orb.
story happening with Percy and stuff too. So
Yeah,
that'd be
The bear is
interesting to-
underutilized.
hit Trisket
But you know what?
or Trinket.
If-
Excuse me.
With the body swap thing happening, since like Vexalia's having the whole love story happening with Percy, this could be another connection point for Vax to like give in to the love between him and Keyleth, because he's having such a hard time with it.
Wait, while he's in Vex's body?
Well, he would.
Are you
have
going to get
to
freaky with
experience-
this?
I mean, we could.
It's okay. It's
'Cause-
okay if it's lesbians.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
just mean like
Vox Machina is not shy about sexuality. Like, I think
No, they're
they
not.
would do it. So,
I'm just
also-
picturing like him having to experience the love that like Percy so willingly gives to Vex firsthand. Like that would probably change somebody who's like not willing to let himself experience that.
does this body swap in only them two, or are we putting like Grog in the bear?
I mean, I think it is
Grog and
fun.
Trinket.
It is fun. It is fun to just have like everyone's body.
Yeah. Full switcheroo.
Yeah,
I like the idea of Grog and Trinket swapping bodies. That's super funny.
it is.
Because Grog, like his character doing like bear noises and bear actions would be very funny.
Yeah, and you can see him like, can Grog write? Is he literate? Is he
Yeah.
capable
And then-
of writing? Because it'd be
then a
funny if
bear
he like,
has the
right, because
gauntlets.
it's funny if he can't even fucking write. And so he's trying to like, and so he's like drawing crude pictures and shit like that.
He is marginally literate. He's somewhat effective, so it would still be difficult.
I think that's funny. So he's in Trinity. He only speaks in bear, and so he's trying to like explain things.
Well,
So,
some people can
and-
speak to
and so-
animals. Is anyone on the team able to speak? Well, they haven't. None of them have ever spoken to the bear, so I'm guessing no.
Yeah, they don't really use speak with animals. There's like Trinket's pretty communicative though.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Grog
Trinket's got a whole
isn't.
personality, right? Grog is not.
Yeah.
And just Travis, just so you know, we're in a perfect writer's room because you go at it from the world and I go at it from like character. Like
Yeah.
characters my thing. It's like,
Great.
what's the funnest thing for the character? What's an interesting character? Who can fuck shit up in whatever world they're in? And
Yeah,
build it
it's a
around
very
that.
good balance here.
Right. And then Brian is a good synthesis because he does the archetypes.
Hmm.
He knows how to do those sorts of deals.
I'm good at the warm and fuzzies too.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about in this context too. But yes, you're right.
Oh yeah.
What if, if there's an odd number, does one of the characters switch with Scanlan? And so then we have a special guest appearance by like Scanlan for like
Yeah, he comes back just for this. Get a
Just
glimpse
for
into
this.
him.
and Terry
It'd
Darrington.
be funny.
I feel like I don't, and he goes like, I don't know who this. He's like, he goes into Terry Darrington. He's like, I don't know who this is.
You've replaced me?
Right.
What is this?
Well, it's not a replacement. I mean, well, you know, friendships change.
There was an open slot.
There was an right. We
Yeah.
we needed a complete party.
It's super good.
He had bank, Scanlan. He
Yeah.
had bank.
He paid us.
And I feel like Scanlan would respect that, like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Oh, he would for sure. He's all about
absolutely.
that.
Maybe
Right.
there's like, is Percy upset that no one swapped with him? Is Percy
That's
upset
really
he's
funny.
spaghetti that
That's
he's the
really
only one
funny.
that
That's funny.
gets swapped?
Yeah.
I think he'd be like writing the line. I think he would be saying he's not upset, but he is
Yeah.
secretly upset.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not getting involved with this, but secretly he's like, I wish I was involved with this.
He's probably
He's like, did I switch? He's like, I switched too. It's clearly not me.
Oh.
It's like nuts.
I'm not mad. Don't put in the paper that I'm mad.
He's like,
Nah.
they're trying, like, there's a scene at, like, they're at an inn or something like that, and he's trying to touch whatever, like, the orb or whatever the object is, and it still doesn't work. He's like, what? Like, are you, like, Percy, are you trying to swap? No, I was investigating. What's investigating? There's so many mysteries in this
Yes.
that we haven't yet uncovered.
Solve it. That's funny. If Keyleth and Pike swap bodies too, that's like they're each
that'd be a
having to
good
deal
one.
with different religious problems now.
That's great.
That's really good.
So-
How did it go? Well, how was the roll?
oh, I threw a Lego. I've been playing with a Lego,
okay.
not
I
dice
thought
this
you
time.
I'm throwing
Here,
everything
let's
but
roll.
dice. Yeah, sorry, it's part of your brand.
16.
My mistake. It's like,
That's
he's like,
okay.
I only throw dice on my show.
That's all I do. It's just dice all the
Right.
time. There's so
On
many
anyone
dice.
else's show, I don't throw dice. You got to pay for that. That's gonna cost you
it's
money.
extra.
All right. Well, I feel like we have
That's really good.
fun stuff for that. The next pitch, while I look up how to spell Keyleth.
You're
mine's
up,
just a-
Travis.
Keyleth.
I have a bottle episode idea that's based on like a one shot that they did, because we have like the Mighty Nine thing coming up. They did do a one shot that is Vox Machina versus the Mighty Nine, where like
What is the
half of the
99?
group. It's the next adventuring party from their next campaign. So it's like the upcoming people versus the old people. It'd be cool to just do like a one shot thing, because it's been a while since I watched it, but I think that like they're all just kind of clutched out of their own stories and put into this battle royale, and I think that
mean,
could be
it
a fun teaser.
It could be like a Civil War type of dealio where it's like they were pitted against each other to realize there was something
Yeah.
else that needed to be done.
Some lesson that needed to be learned. Or
Yeah.
something.
Or
And
like
going
some
along
villain
the-
put them up against. Ooh, I got it. I keep using the metaphor of dragon on this channel for like the oligarchs in this country, because they have become dragons just sitting on a
Smaug.
hoard of treasure and whatnot. And so
Smaug.
my offer to this of like the person that puts them up against each other, our antagonists, is a dragon, but he's just a rich guy.
Just a rich guy. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
just like an obscenely rich person that is just effing with people's lives due to his wealth.
That's
And
fair,
he
yeah.
manipulates the two teams into fighting each other until they realize he's the bad guy.
You could also do it from a sort of Secret Wars perspective. Not Secret Wars like people think about it now, but like the 1980s one where it was the
Yeah.
Beyonder who pitted the heroes and the villains to see who is the
Just to
strongest.
see. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, it could be good. Well, you're the dungeon master. Who would be a good candidate for that guy? That could
sounds
pull them out of the
That
universe.
sounds so dirty, by the way. You're the dungeon
What?
master. Well, Travis, whatever you say.
Okay,
we'll
I'll say
do, 'cause you're
DM
the
next
dungeon
time.
All right, Travis, you're the dungeon master. We'll do whatever you say. No, but go ahead.
Mhm.
I don't know. It'd be funny if, because, God, it's stupid, but like because Tyrion Darrington's very much like the rich guy. Maybe he's not doing it vindictively. He's doing it like he thinks he's doing it to be cheeky and fun, but like it's a problem that he's doing it.
Well, he could.
There
he
is
could
the
pay
angle
for-
of doing this with a super entity, but if we can't find whoever the god is that decides to pit them against each other, just having it be a tournament could work as well. Like just a prize, Vox Machina enters a tournament.
Yeah, I think that works. The problem with it, it's small, but the Mighty Nine takes place like 30 or 20 or 30 years after the events of Vox Machina. So like there's a time gap between them. So it needs to happen in some kind of universal
we do
bubble,
need the god.
almost. Yeah, we do. We need
Or
But what about
something
that
very
guy?
powerful.
What about the goat guy? The one that's going to be a
Oh!
big thing. What about him?
The Traveler could easily be the thing that does that. Yeah. Because
Who
he's
is
a
it?
huge point.
Who is the traveler? if I
So-
may ask?
Yeah, in season 2, you see him just as like this cheeky little goat guy voiced by Pippin from Lord of the Rings in the Feywild. But the Traveler is this like chaos god entity that like is one of the patrons of the Mighty Nine in that second campaign that we're going to get as a
Okay.
show. So he's already involved with the Mighty
Oh,
Nine. It
perfect.
would make sense to make him be the dude for this.
It would literally be like the equivalent to help you get into the mind space. He's kind of like Whis, and
Yeah.
it would just be
Oh,
him
okay.
deciding like Whis if he had Xeno's powers and he decided to do the tournament. Like Xeno, but he looks and acts like Whis. That's what we're doing.
Zeno. Yeah, gotcha.
Zeno, yeah, Grand Zeno. So yeah, that's kind of the guy
and by
that
the
we're
way,
imagining right now.
You're not wrong for saying Xeno because that's how it's like spelled. I'm sorry, I was just using the Japanese.
Oh.
That was just the Japanese pronunciation for me because it means like all thing is that. So like I was like, wait, Xeno, what is that? But yeah. Okay, so the traveler, and so what would the traveler be doing it for? Is he trying to like?
I think it's just
what's
his
deal?
entertainment. He just decided,
Yeah.
like,
Is that a thing?
like
Is that his
legitimately,
thing?
he could be a
Well, I'm
fourth
just
wall
asking.
breaker of like. No. I'm just no. I know you are. He could legitimately be like a bit of a fourth wall breaker and be like, the people demanded it. We wanted to see you together.
That's really good.
Kind of, yeah. That's very much his vibe. He's chaos and entertainment, and he has like
This
a
would be-
connection to one character. That's it, though.
Yeah, it's legitimately a bottle like fan service episode. This would be.
Absolutely. That's exactly my intention. But a lesson can be learned from it, I guess, to be taken
Mhm.
into stuff.
Yeah, no, it'd just be fun. Yeah.
And what is the Mighty Nines? How are they different than Vox Machina? I guess just as like a party, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're really interesting because I think they had less clear problems to face, but they had like a stronger group connection because of this one character death that happens. They're all a lot sillier as a whole. That God, all of their problems that they deal with are very much like these big god issues that they're having to take down and stuff like that. So the Traveler is like this. God, the one character that is coming to mind is Jester Lavore. She is a trickster cleric, and her god that she worships is the Traveler, and she's like just more or less existing to be a chaos entity for him. And then there's this other guy who he's a warlock, and he has this eldritch horror as his warlock patron that they have to like go and take down, and they're all lying to each other on some regard. They're a lot less close
cool.
as people than the Vox Machina
Vox
was.
Machina.
There's trust
cool.
issues to come over.
So then it sounds like the Mighty Nine have something to learn from Vox Machina, like
Oh,
because where they get what's the whole thing Grog learned? Where does your power come from? It came from his friends. It came from his love. That's what Kyleaf just learned, and like that's really what about this is the framing device? Maybe like whatever moment they're pulled out of, like they're struggling with that and they're not winning because they're not together. And in order to fix this, the Beyonder showed them like this is who you need to look at if you want to win.
Right. Yeah, that makes
Maybe they
perfect
could have
sense.
just gotten their asses kicked or something like that.
Oh, I know the moment where this could happen.
And so that could work. I still want him to say, like, still do the fourth wall break and do the people demand it. Like, he's not being straight up with his intention. But his goal is to get them to learn what a family, what a team, what it means to fight for somebody else. And Vox Machina is who can teach them that lesson.
Yeah, and Vox Machina has a great moment that they would need to relearn that lesson as well. Should I tell you what happens now as far as this goes? Because it is spoilers for the show.
You probably. Well, how about this? If this is the one that we end up going with, then you should tell us. But if not, then don't spoil us. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. We'll circle back. I know where this could fit, and I'll leave it at that.
That's a good one. There's a lot there. I'm surprised we got so much on like a fan service bottle episode. That's really good. There's a lot there though.
I was hesitant to even pitch it because it's a bottle episode, but I wanted to. I love it so much.
I feel like this is like a filler that fans would enjoy though.
Yeah.
Like it's fun.
most definitely.
Okay, so I guess it's turn for my second pitch. So like I like a trope of anime I really like. I like when a bad guy team shows up and then it's just about taking out that team one by one. Like I like that. It's a fun, easy thing to do. So I'm only starting with one member of this team to get an idea of like, and then we can build out who the villains are together if we want, or we'll just go for as many as we feel. So the one that I want it to be a conflict for, gosh, I keep forgetting his name, Percy.
Mhm.
is a child that is on a vengeance quest and is losing himself. So that obviously is very personal to Percy, and he realizes a member of this team they're trying to vanquish is suffering in this way, and he wants to
Yeah.
save them now. If he moves from trying to defeat them to save them.
What if
That's
what if the
cool.
child is smarter than him?
Ooh,
He'd hate that.
ooh, that's a good challenge. I like that.
That's good too. He'd hate that. Until the kid becomes his apprentice and then he loves him.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Learns
all
from
part
it.
of
We have
growing, right?
Percy now becoming a father. Everyone's becoming a father today.
it's great. That's really interesting. So, in your mind, is like the team, one person's a challenge for everyone specifically.
I'm definitely open to that. It doesn't have to necessarily be that for everyone.
Mhm.
It's just this was the inflection point and what I felt like I was strong enough to bring to the table. But I'm
Yeah.
not like locked in that everyone has to be as emotionally significant as this.
Gotcha.
Well, what if?
And I don't
what
think
if it's
all of
not
them
a-
need to be saved.
That's fair. There's also an angle that we could do and not necessarily do a team, but just take this character. This character is very interesting too, and what it could
Yeah.
mean for the broader story.
I think it'd be interesting if like the team. What if this is like the way we get into the next season with Terry and Darrington? Like this is his idea to go after these people. That's why he's paying them to do this, and they wind up in a little bit over their heads because of what Tyrion wanted them to do.
What if they're not a villain team? What if it turns out Vox Machina are the bad guys?
That's funny too.
That's good.
Yeah, their whole mission was peace. Everything they were doing was to save someone.
Whoops. This is why we don't let Terry pick things.
yeah.
Since we're just like trying to figure out this villain team, I did just come up with like one other funny angle if you guys want to consider it. Remember that story I told you earlier about my brother? He's playing as a god that's trying to reach godhood status again by creating a church to worship him. What if we do a version where that character succeeded and his whole army's just children? Now they have to fight children.
So it's like the power of belief.
Because like Grog's gonna feel weird. He doesn't want to kill a kid. I don't know. I just thought it'd be such a funny challenge that they have an army of children to fight. Like I don't know. That feels wacky for Vox Machina. It felt like their tone style.
Yeah, that could be super.
I'm
fun.
fine not going this direction. It just felt funny to pitch.
What if like the child that is like the one on the vengeance path is the god that like has tried to create his own church here,
Okay.
and he's doing it from a very flawed.
Maybe he's
perspective.
possessed by the god, so that
Yeah.
they can still save the kid.
Yeah, and the vengeance path is from the god, which would very much mirror Percy's whole issue with the the demon, the demon.
Yes, I like that. And honestly, that's like a good escalation because the question is, and I'm curious what they actually do in the show, because how do you like give them a stronger opponent than a dragon? It does seem like gods are the next thing that Vox Machina is going to have to fight.
Yeah, I could give that answer, but I'll wait until pitches are done.
Okay.
I don't want to like sully you on like your ideas before we get into
Yes.
the details.
The one that I had was Percy invents combustion. So,
Mm.
and
Oh,
so,
so
like,
now he invents a bomb.
I wasn't looking at it that way, but he invents combustion, and because of it, like they're leaning more on technology, and so their magic skills are atrophying,
That's cool.
Oh, that's fun. So they're getting lazy and they have to start training again.
basically.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I like
they're-
that.
The defenses could be lowered across the world for magic as people are starting to rely more on
Yo.
this.
Okay. And I only know this because you said this. Vox Machina all gets weaker, and then Scanlan comes back, and now he's the strongest member of the team because he wasn't relying on the tech.
Yeah, he was doing his own thing. It's funny.
And they're all going to be pissed if Scanlan's the strongest now.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be the kick in the ass they need to get back to their training.
But you'll enjoy Scanlan's return to the team. It's very funny. That fits pretty well, actually.
Okay, is there like a natural villain that would fit this theme of like, because what you're doing right now is like an overly reliant use of tech. Oh, how about this, Phil? Someone comes to Percy and offers to buy the technology, and we can mirror like a tech oligarch of
That's
types.
funny. Yeah.
And he starts pushing it and abusing it to manipulate society. And so now they got a villain built in to defeat. And Percy's at fault because Percy sold him the tech.
Like that.
Yeah, he's a tech bro, basically. That's funny. And what could be fun and like funny too, like it would be funny to have like we have basic automation, like we have levers and shit like that, and people are like, "Oh my god, look at this look at it! You can just
It's
do it.
amazing.
You don't even have to. You don't have to. No circles, no incantations, no
Crazy.
amulets. Like no,
I
you
didn't
just
have to
pour this
channel
liquid.
once.
Right, I had to channel you like you just pour this liquid in, and it just does it. Like, ain't that interesting?
Look, you push this button, it goes forward. Novel idea.
All right.
Because you
That's
could also
excellent.
say that this pulls them away from like the gods too, right? Like they become so reliant on this that they're like
It's a distraction.
Like, it's a distraction. It distracts them from like their connection with the gods and with nature and all of that.
Absolutely. They're taken out of balance.
Travis, did you have something?
I have more or less the timeline of events of what happens with Vox Machina if we want to like lay that out and see where this stuff could fit.
Well, I think like maybe we talk about like which idea we're feeling, because like I feel like some of these can fit outside of what happens within Vox Machina. Like
Sure.
so a few of them could fit within the timeline, but like I feel like Phil's tech episode, or tech arc could stand on its own. Your bottle episode could obviously stand on its own.
Yeah.
So what are we feeling, guys? Like, what do we want to do? Do we want to try to put it within what we expect season 4 to be, or as Travis says, what we know season 4 is going to be, or do we want to do our own divergent timeline? What are you guys feeling?
My pitch is it's probably best to do it within the timeline so we don't get flamed by like fans. That's all.
Yeah. It's also just an interesting exercise because I actually think that almost everything we've said here could fit into more or less the timeline relatively seamlessly.
Okay.
And I'm sure this is the kind of thing that they do in the writer's room. So it might be cool for
This
the
is
fans to
a
see.
writer's room.
Yeah.
All right,
we
then.
are in the writer's room.
My staff has decided. Let's go with putting it into 4. Go ahead, Travis. Let us know what we need to know in order to successfully do this room.
Okay. So the overarching villain of this last leg of the story is a character named Vecna, but I believe that in the show they have replaced that name with the Whispered One or something along those lines.
Yes,
He's
the Whispered One.
Yeah. So the Whispered One is the main villain. He is a lich, which means like he is a dark wizard who has like essentially sacrificed his soul for horrible dark powers. And he has all these terrible followers who are willing to go through atrocious stuff to bring him back and bring about a new dark age of magic.
And that's why their eyes are bleeding and shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
They want to bring him back. They will successfully bring him back at a point in this story. So what the events that happen are they go to a place called Marquette to start like pursuing personal goals and stuff like Keyless Aramate. They meet Tyrion Darrington and he assists with Keyleth becoming the avatar of whatever. I forget what exactly the term is for it. After that, they find out that this villain named Hotus, who's one of the cultists for the Whispered One, is still alive when he's supposed to be dead.
Hotus the cultist?
Hotus the cultist, yeah. So they go to
Colton would
hell.
enjoy that joke.
Yeah. They go to hell to kill him. And
they go back to hell?
They go back to the Nine Hells
Okay.
to take him out. Tyrion goes with them to that. They learn some things. I forget exactly the details here. I think they do kill Hotus. They go kind of about their separate ways for a while because they think they've accomplished everything that they need to. Half of them open up a bakery called the Slayer's Take.
That's hilarious.
Slayer's Cake, sorry. Slayer's Cake.
Tell me Grok's a baker.
He's not, unfortunately.
I'm glad you told me because I would have been so disappointed when I watched the show because that's a funny trope to me. It is, but that's like such a funny trope. Well, I think that's why I did the egg thing of like it's such a funny trope to have
A
big
gentle giant.
brute do gentle stuff. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
It is for sure. And God, so while that all has happened, there's a bit of a time skip, and they start to come back together because there's dark rumblings in the criminal underworld of a great secret, and Vox Machina are the people who are more or less being summoned to take this out. So they're brought in by this terrible criminal overlord named like Aiden Ace. I forget the exact name because it's not his real name. Yeah, it's something like that.
Okay.
So when they're brought before the criminal warlord to like do whatever, it's Scanlan. It's just Scanlan. That's what he's been doing in his entire absence, as he became a crime lord with his daughter
That's hilarious.
under the name of Aiden Ace. And he informs them that there is another ziggurat in the city, which is being used to summon the Whispered One. They find out that the person in charge of this is a resurrected Delilah Briarwood. And they try to stop this ritual unsuccessfully and defeat the Whispered One in this big fight. But the Whispered One is so powerful and they're not quite prepared to take him on that this horrible battle ensues that they lose. And in the process, Vax is killed. He is completely disintegrated. There's no way to bring his body back. Yeah, it's really rough. And in order to come back and help them defeat the Whispered One, he makes a deal with the Matron of Ravens to make him a temporary body to go and fight. And there's a lot of like trying to come back together as a team, a lot of struggling and all of that. Eventually they go on to fight the Whispered One and defeat him, as all of the characters are having like their nice ending moments or whatever. The love story of Keyleth and Vax like really comes to their final moment of like saying I love you to each other. And right after that happens, the Matron of Ravens comes to reclaim him, essentially, and bring him back to the afterlife. After that, everyone goes on to their happy endings, with the exception of Keyleth, who now has to become a ruler of the Erishari, but without the love of her life.
So is next season the final season?
I believe it will be. It wouldn't make sense to drag it out further. But we have Mighty Nine to carry on the story, and all of those characters will continue on into the Mighty Nine because they've become very important and legendary.
Vox Machina will return in the Mighty Nine Infinity War.
Well, sorry for everyone for the spoilers.
I apologize, but I don't. But that's why I'm like, I think a lot of this actually fits in pretty nicely, because there's a big moment of where the team would be falling apart after the death of Vax. So like the bottle episode.
That'd be for your bottle episode.
Yeah. And the distance with the technology and everything could easily be a part of the Slayer's Cake arc, that whole little bakery thing that they do.
Wait, which one?
Where Percy's like invented combustion and is really
gotcha.
relying on the technology
bakery,
and stuff. Yeah, like that being a part of the bakery thing, where they've had distance from the adventuring and magic world, like could be really interesting.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to just like do like an 12 episode beat of just broad beats? Do we want to just like put it in between what we have listed as bullets right now? How would we like to tackle this, fellas?
Well, usually their storylines kind of have arcs, right? Like, so they're within. They do conclude while the broader story. It's like a soap opera, to be honest with you. Like, and they have like overlapping storylines. So, I mean, do you want to take a couple and like have them overlap within this arc? Do you want to just do an episode, or I don't know? What do you think, Brian? What would have the best utility?
I'm thinking a
for this
season
exercise?
arc. Now that we have been given all the spoilers, I think a season arc will probably be more fruitful. And like, as Travis was saying, like showing how we were able to blend all our 6 ideas into the story without breaking anything.
Okay, great. Works for me. So what do we want to do, this episode by episode?
Let's just do episodes 1 through 12, and we'll do like little blurbs about what each episode will be. So we know our beginning and our end. We can start there, episodes 1 and 12.
That's what we did.
Because we're not going to change too much from there.
Unless we did with the Gilded Age.
Yes, but that only had 8 episodes, so we got to be a little. We got this though. We got this.
I believe.
Okay, so yeah, let's do this. So Travis, where is the correct starting point? It's when they come back. It does. What's his name show up? Terry? Is that where we're starting, or them getting sent to go find where are we starting?
I think that like because the way that the season ended, it's like most of the loose ends are tied up except for this big one that they don't even know is open. I think it'd be really interesting to just start the series back from the perspective of Terry and Darrington, who's a wannabe novelist, and like trying to join Vox Machina. You know, it would be quite entertaining, especially with Scanlan being gone, to just go straight into Terry.
That's funny.
May I suggest to show the disappointment that we're with Terry, can we see everyone else doing cool shits in like a quick little montage? And then
Sure.
And here's Terry.
Yeah.
And now we're with Terry.
It'd be great to like, what if it was like narrated at the top where it's Terry and
Yes.
like reading a novel, a novelization of how he inspired Vox Machina to greatness and with his own exploits. And we see all of that happening and gravitas and all of that. And then we see the shitty reality.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
funny if they're
And
like,
so-
well, it's like fan fiction, right? So that's kind of funny. And you see, like, you get a summary of what happened, and it's like, you're watching it, it's like, I don't remember it that way.
I
Then
love
we-
that. He's putting himself into the prior escapades.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
He's
yeah,
pretending
exactly.
he was there.
Oh,
I
that's
love
funny.
that.
And we do all of the characters, and he goes through all the characters, and he goes, and Terry Darrington. And we're like, who the fuck is Terry Darrington? And then we see all of the
So
like
fun.
episodes, and you're like, but Terry knew exactly what to do, right?
Yes.
He's stealing moments from the other characters, all their
Yes.
big moments. He's claiming they were his.
Yes. Like he had the love story with Vex instead of Percy.
And Kylie.
Yeah, and Kyla. Oh my God.
But they both, it's like, ladies, no need to fight over Terry Darrington. There's plenty of Terry Darrington to go around. So
Yeah, he makes such a big point of the ladies.
So Terry and Vex and Kai had a throuple.
He's just like
Who?
going so overboard with that to like cover up his homosexuality.
Yes.
That's
Wait,
so
what,
funny.
Brian?
I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
love
that's
that.
why I was playing. Yeah, that's why I was playing. Like I was playing, like
Who?
overtly being a creep.
Who would be the funniest person to find the book and get mad at him? Who's the funniest Vox Machina person? Would it be Percy, Vex,
Ike?
Kylie? I feel like Kylie
Ike would
popping
be
off
funny.
for once would be pretty funny, actually. Because she's like, she's so self-tempered, but then when she finds out about this, like, we see her just like unload.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
brought to
that
her
could be fun.
attention?
The others are scared.
Is it brought to her attention? Like she's like, oh, it's fine. You know, they're doing our thing, and then like they say like a line, and she's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice they wrote a book about us, and then she hears what?
Yeah. What did he do?
This
was
is
tragic.
official Vox Machina biography.
The only time I do that is on Vax's birthday. And then Vax goes, and rarely even then.
Do we want to flip it from Terry finding them to that one of them finding out about this
I like
book and then
that.
finding Terry?
Yeah, right.
Sure.
It's time for
track him
another
down.
journey to go fuck this dude up.
Actually, that would
Brock
track.
doesn't even know what the book said. He just heard he's allowed to hit somebody.
I get to hate someone.
Yeah.
Finally.
So they're all doing their own thing. I'm assuming we have one of the units that broke off go find him first.
Well,
Who
they
do we
do
want to
go
start with?
together. Like the people who leave are Pike. She goes off to do her own thing, mainly because Ashley Johnson left and Scanlan left for his reasons. But like they go
Because he was
to
with his
Marquette to
real
do Kila
family.
Soramate. Yeah, he's real fat. That hurt so much.
That was like,
Oh, that was such a shitty line.
brutal.
It was so fucked
Yeah.
up. I was like, what are they? I was like, this show is like an A+. It's S tier.
Right.
And then they said this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this fucked up shit?
The other effed
changed
up
it
line
from the live stream.
that the other line that was really effed up that I hated and it made me like Percy less is when she says, like, I'm cursed about everyone I love dies. And he says, I'll take that risk. That's not true.
Yeah, I saw.
That
I
was a
saw
crazy
yeah,
way to
yeah.
say that,
Why would
Percy.
you say that?
That's not
so weird.
comforting.
It's so weird.
You agreed with the premise, Percy.
Well, there was a line where, like, I don't know, there was some like weird, like, I don't know what happened at the end, where it's like even Max is like, it's okay if I die and this and that. And I was like, no, we all come back together. That's literally the point. Like, I don't know what happened. It was tired. It was the end of the season. I mean, it's an A+ show. But those things are just like, this is weird.
I like the idea of them finding him and like roughing him up, because his introduction to the team, like, in order to test how he would be as an adventurer, they beat the shit out of him. And in the beating the shit out of him, they get the admission out of him that he's never been an adventurer. He's just doing this
fun.
because his father, like, who's very, very wealthy, caught him like in bed with his tutor, which was a man, and he's like gone out to try and prove himself to his father. So that's why he pays them to like let him adventure with them.
They would be
I love
sympathetic to that.
Yeah, and that's how
story.
he gets in. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, hold on. Is the entire team there? I just want to visualize who is actually there.
Everyone but Pike and Scanlan.
Okay, thank you.
So Brian, what episode would you want that by? Like episode 2, episode 3? I feel like that's not a
I
first
think
episode.
what do you mean? Could you,
them running into him and roughing him up. I don't think it's like a first
finding
episode.
him? So wait, we're gonna.
Yeah.
So then, what happens in episode 1? Then, like,
This is why I'm asking.
are we doing an entire Terry episode? Because I thought they were gonna find out about him in episode 1 and then go looking for him.
I mean,
Yeah,
they could
that's
find
what I'm
out
saying,
about him.
but-
Like, they could.
that's it.
So we're just catching up with everyone in episode 1. Episode 2 is where they confront Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was
Just
asking.
like
is
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could
that's fine
plant
with
the
me. That
novels
works.
in episode 1. Like, let the novels be a thing, and then
They
they,
all
like-
think it's great that these books are being published and their stories being told. None of them are reading it.
Can we?
yeah, and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
None of them read it.
Yeah. Well, because that's how we found out that Grog can't read. And it's just like, he's
We
just
all
like,
knew.
right. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And there's like, and it's like,
he learns to
Greg,
read.
what was your
just-
least favorite part? And he was like, all of it. What if they like? He does
They
the Trump.
think he
He's
can't
like
read.
the old. Do you like the Old Testament or the New Testament? Both equal.
What if, like, he's reading the books and they assume he can't read because he keeps talking about this Tarian guy, and they're like, "What? There's no Tarian."
Oh, he's the only one reading it, and he's making up a character, and they all think he can't read because of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Or they
exactly.
assumed.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's fun.
funny. That's funny. That's funny. And they just aren't reading. That's very funny.
Yeah. And he's like, he's not assuming that Tarian doesn't exist. He's assuming that he forgot about Tarian. So I don't remember that.
That's funny. And it's like, okay, they're like, we have to be careful in how we approach this with Grog. We can't let him know that we look down on him just because he can't read and has created this Tarian character that never existed.
He's like, I could read. He's like holding the book upside down.
To marry the ideas, so that like we get we don't lose either of the things. What if a child is actually reading the book to Grog?
That's funny. That's
I like
funny.
that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's like a double switcheroo. He's just like, no, I can't read. He's like, no, I can't read, but like, I was paying attention. Oh, he goes like, I can't read, but I am capable of listening.
Yeah, it's like he's doing
Yes.
the audible thing.
Yes.
That's so funny.
That works too. Grog likes kids. We've established that in previous things. So
Mm-hmm.
he's good with kids. It works.
That's so funny.
So then, yeah, I think episode 2 would then be them fighting and beating him up. He's not going to be the primary conflict of that episode. So then I think that's probably where they hear whispers of the whispered one, whomever this guy is that they got to go to hell to deal with. They find out about that in episode 2 and then start preparing for it. And that could probably be where Terry meets Gilmore.
Yeah, that's totally fair because they're gonna have to like deal with Gilmore anyway to do this heist that they need to get that information. But they'll need to do Keyless or Amate before they go after the Nine Hells guy, which is like they retrieve an item from a Kraken. It's a whole thing. but they'll
Release the
know that
Kraken.
this thing is coming.
So when do they meet up with Gilmore, Brian?
So after they do the whole thing of Terry joining the team, and they they learn about what the next mission is, which is going to be about the Whispered One and his henchmen, they go to Gilmore's to prepare for the adventure. And I guess maybe Gilmore's shop is repaired at this point.
Yeah.
And now he's back to charging them.
Yes.
Which, why do they buy anything? They lose the items right away anyway.
Right. And and he's charging them, and they're initially very upset, but then like Tyrion's just like willing to buy anything because he has all the money in the world.
Oh, you're right. Terry has a credit card, and so this is the first moment where they like Terry.
That's hilarious, right?
Lots of money.
The
and Gilmore's like, I'd like a handsome paying customer. Handsome?
Oh yeah, we get the little flirting, and like what's really nice about that too is because he's going to have a journey, Terry, and it like he might be off put or like not want anyone to see him flirting with the guy or like scared to flirt with the guy. Like there could be a lot in how you write Terry in that scene that would be really fruitful.
Yeah, for sure. He is schmoony.
Money. He don't dance no more.
Great.
He makes money moves. He ain't got to dance.
So we got
he makes money move.
So we got 1 of 6 so far.
We have 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
2.
Did we get 2 of them already? What was
Because
the other one
Terry
that we got
is in
from our
episode 2.
pitch list?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about storylines. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to track our beats that we hit all 6 of them if possible. Can we check the list again real quick and see if any of them feel right next? If not, we'll go back to the correct storyline.
We have the love story with
That's
we
check.
have that one. That's check. We have
the
Grog
egg.
Grog finds I said Grog. Grog finds an egg. We have Vex and Vax switch bodies. We have the Mighty Nine. We have the villain team with the child. And then we have Percy and Vince combustion.
Okay, great. Okay, so none of them are quite right yet. So what's the next beat in the actual Vox
think
Machina story?
I think Grog can find an egg, right?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
You can find
Let's do
the egg here, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the kid is reading to him while he's sitting on the egg.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
There's so much information they have to absorb from him as a team in this moment. Like, a child was reading to him a book, he can't read, and he's sitting on an egg to take care of it. Like, there's a lot of information for the team to take in about this moment.
He's like, this is
It's
a
very
big day
Grog.
for me. Like, this is a lot. I feel relieved. Like, there's a lot of things I really
my
wanted
gosh.
to tell you all, but
That's why. Hold up. No, oh my gosh, that works perfectly. You know why? Because that would motivate him for why he wanted the kid to read the book to him. It's good for babies to hear the books while they're
funny.
still being made, and he's trying to be a good dad, and he wanted his kid to know about his great adventures.
he's like,
but he didn't
oh,
remember them all, so he had to have the book.
it's like, oh, so you were doing the book not because you're illiterate, but because you wanted to help the egg. It's like, well, I also wanted to hear the book.
Wanted to hear the book.
Oh man, that's so
It's fun.
funny. Okay.
Yeah. Well, what is,
So,
yeah, what
alright.
is it? Yeah, they're like, what is this new chapter for you, Grog?
Yeah. He's discovering
There's a lot
himself without
going
Pike. So next in the actual story is there's like 2 things that are going to happen. They're going to be gathering information on this whole HOTUS thing, but they're also going to
HOTUS
be
the cultist?
helping Keela. HOTUS the cultist, but they'll also be preparing for Keyless Aramate because they have to help her through that. It's the final stretch of her coming into power arc that like will be the next big thing before they go to the Nine Hells. So the Kraken thing probably is the next bit.
Okay.
I don't think we actually wrote it in, but it comes. It's
No, I know.
one of
I'm
the
just trying to see if
things.
there were any other stories that could go with the
Yeah.
Kraken. But we may just need to release the Kraken. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, I think we just got to go with the next story because we know where a couple of them are. Like, we know where the combustion one's going to be. We know where the interdimensional Secret Wars is going to be. And we now have the egg. We have this one. So it's just 2 that we need to find homes are the body switching and what was the other one?
The body swap. I know
The
where
Mighty-
the Mighty Nine thing could happen, but we
Well,
also
that's
need
going
like
to be we know where the Mighty Nine one is. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. That was the
It's
Secret
the-
Wars.
I think it was your pitch that we need to find a home for.
Which one?
Track down the group of villains.
Oh,
the villains, that's right.
we got to find a home for body switching and then the villain team.
I think
Real quick,
body switching could be Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Maybe our ideas can blend. I was thinking body switching would be a really interesting problem for while they are in hell. Like they can't fix it by the time they go into hell, and they need to go into hell. And the main reason I think that's interesting is because the demon guy, when he sees Pike again, he'll know it's not her.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. That's better than mine. I'm not even gonna say mine. Cool.
No.
It's gone. It's as though it never existed.
Yeah. But the child thing could be interesting to loop in already, because like the kid that's reading to Grog is very non-specific right now.
That's true. He's
He
just
could
a kid. He could be the kid from the
Yeah.
villain team, you're saying?
Yeah, he could be like a window into it, if not the villain itself.
I like him
Grog-
being the
that could
villain
be-
itself. I mean, with it going in the spirit of subverting expectations, to see him just as a little kid and then we find out he's a villain.
Yeah, and like let that
Well-
be Grog's storyline, because he doesn't have much to do this season.
He
Like,
has
we
an
can give him-
egg. No, but yeah.
He has an egg. We're giving him a lot to do, which is great.
Well, maybe like these episodes leading up to it, because it gets like it's going to ramp up quickly once we're in hell. Things are going to ramp up quickly. Maybe 4, 5, 6 is where we're dealing with this guy, because they're just collecting information right now. Maybe while they're collecting information, they're also dealing with this child that is consumed by hatred, and they're trying to save them.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. And
Okay, how
Grog
does
is the
that
window
makes
into
sense.
starting that.
Yeah, I do like it
somehow.
with Grog a little bit as opposed to Percy, because that is kind of a nice thing. I also see this arc for Grog where he just becomes like a pain in the ass parent. And he's
Yeah,
he's like at the school board and shit like and he's-
I love that for Grog. And no, that's lovely, because then like it was never like the egg. Once we do the reveal, he still has like the kid was actually who he was connecting with.
So then
I like
when
that.
When is the reveal for that then, would you like, Brian? Is that like, what episode would you want that?
We can go into that as soon as episode 3, because episode 3 is
Okay,
just going to be
great.
them collecting information.
Yeah.
That's when we can start having that be a problem. Like they get their information. Do they find out that episode that they have to go to hell?
I like that.
Sure.
Because if
we
they
can do
find that out, then the kid becomes an obstacle, because they can't go to hell because there's this kid that needs their help. So that can be like, they get the information. They know they need to go to hell now to deal with this HOTUS guy, but they can't because of this kid. So they have to help him first. So maybe we do that for a couple episodes.
Yeah, it works for
If
me.
you want to make the moment where the kid turns out to be evil funny, that can be where he learns that egg is also a mimic. So he
That
gets,
was
he
a
gets double
trick.
hit.
That was a trick hit the whole time. It's like,
Yeah, it was...
I let you find this mimic, you big dumb idiot.
What? So I guess why is he getting close to Vox Machina then? Because if it's going to, be that kid, then what does he want from Vox Machina in
Well, he
order to
has
complete his plan?
What is his vengeance thing? We don't necessarily, we haven't like kind of
That'd
talked
be
that
helpful, yeah.
We haven't talked that through. That, and my answer is that.
Okay, how about this? Vox Machina, during one of the many battles saving the city, he was under distress, whether it be from the dragons or whatever. Then he sees it. He sees Grog. He sees somebody. And he's like, I have hope. They're going to save my family. They're going to save me. And he's like trying, but then Grog saves somebody else.
Oh, or what if he could be the son of the person who lost his hand in the first episode?
Which one?
Grog chops off a person's hand and
Oh.
like juggles it,
Yeah,
basically.
that guy.
Who was an adventurer.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
All right.
That was really funny. That could be interesting. It'd be... Part of me wants to like tie it into Keyleth's Aramate thing, because it is such an important part of the
Hmm.
story.
That's fair.
Like,
Okay. How so?
well, the Ashari are like, they view themselves as like saviors of the world or whatever, and they're the guardians of the elements or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're all like good people. They've done a lot of ignoring things. Like, we've seen Keyleth having to go and argue with her people to actually get them involved in situations and stuff. It's been a whole thing. So maybe like the kid has a grudge against that, and like
Well, that's interesting.
he's an obstacle to the Aramate.
Well, how
That's interesting.
to marry all this together, I think I can bring in like my teaching education or experience to help out with this. So we're talking about a child that has a lot of trauma. And when a child has a lot of trauma, they're kind of afraid of the world, and they want to lash out and break everything because they want to feel some sort of control. And it's irrational. But So there doesn't necessarily even need to be a target. And the only way to get a kid out of those behaviors is to prove that no matter what they do to you, they're safe around you because they're
Right.
constantly trying to protect themselves. So I feel like we could have a really cool moment, whether it be Grog or Kylie, and we can blend all of these together. I think every member of the team, but I think there'd be something really nice about Grog figuring it out. Of
Yeah.
the kid is just annihilating him with hits, and Grog is just like standing there, let him know he's safe, like, and like eventually hugs him, like, you're safe.
Ah, that's cool. And like through it, maybe this is like a kid who's got a vendetta because the Ashari did nothing to save his family, and
Yeah.
like that's he wants to prove that point, and Keyleth gets the lesson from it. Like, you are now a leader of the Ashari, and you can make decisions, and you
They need to
make...
stop hiding from their responsibilities
Yeah,
to the
I like.
world.
Yeah, I like that, and I
Like the
feel
Black
Keyleth-
Panther
I like.
message.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the kick, and I like that for Caleb too, in that she has to reckon
Mhm.
with that. Like, she has to. I do think it would be good for her to be ignoring it, right?
I love that too.
And she's like explaining it away, and like eventually it's like, no, it has to. She has to acknowledge what they haven't done to Trent at this
Yes,
point.
and it all has to change. Otherwise, they create villains like this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I love this. So
Okay,
then
this is 4, 5, and 6, and then they go
I
to
think
Hell in
so.
6.
We're gonna sprinkle this across the way. So the kid reveals himself in number 3, though, at the end of number 3, right?
Yeah, I feel like at the very. I think it could be like at the
Yeah, very,
end.
very end. Very end. Like
yeah,
the
like a
cliffhanger.
teaser. Yeah.
Like he just starts like, I don't know, like I guess we can figure that out another time, but like it would just be like, what triggers him? What
Mhm.
makes him go like ballistic and kind of Incredible Hulk-ish?
That's the way they're like, he starts telling his tragic backstory. He's like, I have a tragic backstory. He's like, how can you have a tragic backstory? You're 9. And then he tells us like, oh, that is tragic.
And I mean, this can be like, there can be like trying to combat him, but like having an inter-party argument. He's a kid. We cannot just kill a kid. And like Grog is like conflicted because he likes this kid. He doesn't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So like they're going to be like complete chaos in this fight.
He's like, I'm usually
Vox
pro
Machina.
I'm usually pro killing. And I would even kill a kid. But this kid, I don't know.
I don't mind killing. He was nice. He read to me.
And my egg.
Read to my leg.
Sure, the egg didn't work out, but it was the thought that matters.
Right. He thought about sending you a mimic. Yeah, but you had to be there.
Okay, so like I guess 6 is going to be because then we can just fill in the blanks. 6 is going to be like this ceremony that she's allowed to ascend. The kid's probably going to be trying to sabotage that, so it's going to be the climax of her completing this ceremony and coming to reckon with the history of the Ashari, and then Grog finally getting through to the kid and guaranteeing him that he is safe now. He doesn't need to do this.
Yeah, perfect.
It's like, Grog, you saved him stopped him without killing. This is a big moment for me.
I'm maturing.
What's his name? Is Pike back yet? Pike would be so proud of him.
Yeah, I think she comes back around the 9 Hells.
So wait, which one? Where is she?
She
Where
comes
did
back.
she
Where
join
would
the
that
team?
be?
So
Probably
she's
like
not
right
she-
after this.
Well, she
right
can
after.
tell him.
Okay,
He can-
so
well,
she didn't see that.
There's a scene where he explains it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she's like, really? He
Hey,
didn't kill him? He's
also,
like,
there's a
no
funny-
fooling? And she goes to like the gang and they're like, yeah, no. I was like, look at you. I'm so proud of you,
Yeah.
buddies.
I just want to, buddies, I love it. I just want to see him badly explain the entire situation to her and just like at the end be like, Egg, I didn't kill him.
Yes, and then the scene leading into that is her finding out he has a kid. And just like, boom.
You have a child? Well, he's not my child. He's mine, though.
You didn't kidnap him.
I didn't
did you?
make him, but I take
Right.
care of him.
No, he more kidnapped me.
He kidnapped me. Oh, that's awesome. I love that so much for Grog. That's so good.
So now we're in the second half.
Okay,
Of the season.
so 7 we start heading to hell, correct?
Yeah, it said this would be the 9 Hells arc.
Highway to hell.
Nice.
So do we want like we were talking about an orb, like just touching an orb the body switch. Maybe there's
don't-
something within the room.
I don't
before-
have I don't think it should be an orb. The only reason is because they had an orb earlier in the show. I just think it should be a different Toto. That's all.
Well, it could also just be like whatever this portal is, because they can't
That's
use
true.
the same portal that they used last time. Maybe whatever this portal is, the portal screwed up, and until they come back, they're stuck in these other bodies.
What if it's like a trap? This Hoda's guy laid a trap for them that they
that's
like
fun.
Yeah.
are going to swap bodies, and the only person
Yeah, that
who
works.
wasn't there when the trap triggered is Percy.
That's so funny.
That's so funny because he's always the one triggering the traps. That's great. That's really good. I like that a lot. So we got to wrap this one up a little quicker, right? Because we only have so many episodes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
So we thinking
It could be
2
like a
episodes in hell?
Yeah, exactly. You read my mind.
Yeah.
This is if we body swapped.
yeah. And they think they
Can-
solved the problem.
Can they have
But
a
they didn't.
line? This is not Vox Machina, but like this. We swap bodies. This is super freaky. And what a thing to happen on a Friday.
On a Friday.
And
Yeah.
on a Friday, no
That's
less.
That's awesome.
And it's, I feel like they solve the body problem pretty quick and
We
manage
solved
to...
the 3-body problem.
Yeah, they solve it.
Well, they have to fight in the other bodies, right? They have to learn to that's how they learn to
Sure.
respect and appreciate each other. And then maybe killing Hotus is what puts them in the correct bodies.
Yeah. And, oh man, they'll learn lessons, la la.
the real body swap was the friends we made along the way.
hmm
Yeah, that's my favorite line in Freaky Friday.
So now we're at the bakery, right?
Yes. I would say this is the Slayer's
Time
cake.
jump. So they're all at the bakery, and because Phil's idea was amazing, Grok is at the PTA meeting.
Yeah. So funny. The PTA
We
meeting.
got what I wanted. We got Grok being exactly who I wanted him to be. Because I love that duality of him.
Yeah.
He's still a barbarian, but he is also a good dad.
Yeah, and Percy's like just doing his whole combustion thing. It's like,
Yes.
I'm advancing technology, and that's the deal. So
Um,
everyone's got
wait, and that-
lazy.
And that's interesting too, in that like since the whispered one, as you have explained to us, is bringing in dark magic, like so there's a total power differential, and this the thing that where magic is actually coming from is actually like a dark place.
Yes. Yes, for sure. And man, it will make a lot of sense as to why they lose if that's the little arc that they're on. Why they lose and why Vax dies. So I think in this episode we have to have the Scanlan return. His reveal has to happen.
So wait, is this taking down this dude, this billionaire? They're gonna happen like parallel to the other stuff that's going on then? Because Scanlan lets them know that something's up, right?
Yeah. So it's pretty quick here. Like, just as far as the events go, it's Scanlan returns, tells them what's going on. They go to Ziggurat. They fight. God, what's his name? Vecna.
Well-
and lose. And Vax,
Okay.
Vax is killed in the process of it. Then they have like their Dark Night of the Soul,
That's
and
11.
then they go kill Vecna.
Yeah, so that's 11 would be that.
I see 2 options here because we're running up against the wall. We can either go back and combine some of our episodes, or it's the season finale. We deserve more episodes. It's series finale.
It's a
Let's
movie.
go ahead and
movie.
give us some more episodes.
The series finale is a movie.
Sure.
Let's just make the series finale a movie.
Okay, so
Fine, that's
episode
good with
12 is
me.
going to be really long.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's freaking
Great. So good with that.
it's Stranger Things. It is 7 hours long, but it's still one episode.
Yeah.
And it's
It's the
released.
fight with Vecna.
Episode 12 is released in 3 parts, 7 years apart.
That's perfect.
2 things that I just want to make sure that we do real quick. Where is the combustion? Like, because we're gonna defeat that billionaire, right? Where is that happening in episode 9 or 10?
I'd probably say like that's the thing for 9 because
Okay, so that's gonna be like a real quick one and done. We're dealing with the guy real quick.
it would make sense to because then
Okay.
at the end Scanlan's return like puts them back on center for the mission.
Okay. And then the other thing, Zuckerberg, that's so funny. The other thing I want to do, can we scroll up just to make sure we didn't miss any of our original 6 pitches? Because I do want to make sure that we, because I feel like it's so cool that we, like, are putting our own touch and staying true to everything else.
Love
So we got the love story, we got the egg.
But the love story is like threaded, so we understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's implied.
The egg.
Oh, we'll have to tie that knot. Yeah, no, that's fine. We just have to tie that knot or revisit it. That's great.
The Mighty Nine. We haven't
Body
talked about
switching.
the Mighty Nine.
Oh, we're about to get to that. That's episode 11.
Yeah. That's like the Dark Night of the Soul
The
happens
villain
there.
team.
Oh, the villain team was the kid. So we
Okay.
didn't do the villain.
Oh, we're good.
We ended up dropping his team. He's just alone.
Yeah.
So we're good.
So that works. We're good. We got everything, guys. We did it, boys.
Pretty cool.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Now what? Now watch.
All right,
Now watch this drive. Mission accomplished. See you in church. Now watch this drive.
Okay, so episode 10 is where they go to stop the ziggurat if whoever's there, ass is beat, and Vax dies.
Yes.
His ass
Great.
is clobbered.
Awesome. And so then we got 11 here,
I feel like we
and
could
I
do-
think that's. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I have an idea, but I want to hear yours because you're short.
Oh, I was just going to say I was just setting it up.
I was saying
which
that,
is
boss.
Secret
I was
Wars.
just, I was just working up your pitch. I was just getting everyone quiet so
Yeah.
that you can pitch. Okay.
I was just going to say Secret Wars plus Vax will probably have his own storyline negotiating with the Raven lady.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was like parallel stories of Vax in the afterlife, while the others are dealing with the grief and splitting apart as a team. So we need the fight with the Mighty Nine to bring them back together, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Where everyone learns how to be a team again.
Yes.
What is the movie where the
Great.
girl is? What is the movie where? Oh, I was gonna make a joke. What's the movie where the girl goes into the in between after she and helps her family find her killer?
God, the Lovely Bones.
The Lovely Bones. Yes, so it's in the Lovely
Mhm.
Bones.
Do we want to explore the Secret Wars at all, or do we feel like we went into that plenty enough in the brainstorming?
I think we. Well, hold on. What was the thing that you said that brings it all together? There was something you said a moment ago that brings it all together. I
Oh,
think we should
this is the
insert
Goat
that.
Man, the Traveler.
Yeah, Traveler, Goatman.
The
thing.
Traveler is going to be the one behind it all
Yeah.
because it's what the people demand.
And then 12 is the movie.
Yep.
And this is where we bring it all together.
4 seasons in a movie. Can't wait.
And so, yeah, this is where their final stand with the Whispered One.
Yes.
And so they come back reinvigorated. Vax returns for the fight. He has that wonderful moment with Kylie. I mean, they kind of wrote this one, so we're not really adding too much of this one.
Yeah, I think the way that they wrapped up their characters is all so fucking nice.
Why don't you go ahead for like the emotional satisfaction of anyone watching the video when we edit it up? Go ahead and recap what this would look like.
Yeah, so after they defeat the Whispered One, they'll have a moment where they all like realize they've truly defeated the big evil that they needed to. Whitestone needs a proper ruler, so Percy and Vex are planning on going to do that and getting married and all that. It's very, very sweet. Vax and Keyleth finally have their moment of like recognizing that they really do love each other really and truly, but it's super tragic because Vax has made this sad deal with the Raven Queen essentially to he's in a temporary body only to assist with this fight, and she comes to reclaim him after his love has been declared. It's very sad. It's like the big final moment, and that is pretty much the end of that. And everyone just has their thing. Keyleth goes off to become the leader of the Arashari, but without her one true love, and tries to go make a difference. Grog goes off to do Grog things, and
All right, one
He's gonna be a dad.
adjustment. I was gonna say
He has
that's
PTA meetings.
That's
Yeah,
our
he's
one.
gonna be a dad.
That's our one adjustment to their storyline.
he's gonna be a dad. Grog's a dad now.
I have to believe that they would
We have
approve
like
of that.
with the sweater and shit.
Mhm.
The final bit of love is that Pike and
I
Stan
love that.
do
I
work
love that.
together.
Oh, I love that he changes his outfit, Phil. That's so funny.
Yeah, he's got a
he
sweater.
dresses like a dad now. Yes.
He has a sweater, but nothing else. That's the only difference.
That's the
It's
only
just one
dad part.
sweater.
Yeah, it's just a sweater.
Yeah. And Pike and Scanlan wind up together. She accepts that, and it's all lovely. Very pretty things.
All
That's it.
right. Then that's our writer's room, everyone. Anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up?
I love you.
Travis, this has been a delight and a pleasure. Thank you for bringing some fun folks into
Really
the
has.
into the chat.
Of
We love a
course.
nice
Yeah, it's been a great
crossover.
time. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a good time. I haven't discussed the story in quite a while, so this was a treat
How
for
did
me.
it feel? Yeah, no dice. We didn't roll a single die.
I know we didn't at all. I threw a Lego. We thought it was dice. Turned it was
Yeah.
I subverted your
The
expectations.
die
You
was
were very
not
excited
cast.
to be in a Mox writer's room. How was the experience?
Oh, it was great. It was just a lot of fun. I don't know, just nice, easy talking story stuff. Nothing terribly new.
Yeah.
So it just felt nice. I don't know.
Huh. Well, you should start pivoting your content. You can come up with an own story, and then we can develop it. And then,
Yeah, perfect. It's a beautiful plan.
where can the people find you, Travis?
I'm all over the internetscape. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Diff was here, or on YouTube at Diff and Durfer was here. All three of those you can find Making Dice with Dice, which is the big series that I'm known for. There's a bunch of like dice tutorials and other things on my YouTube channel. Trying to push that a little bit more. I do live streams on Twitch occasionally, making dice and playing games. So at Diff was here pretty much anywhere except for YouTube. Still working on that. So.
Well, before we go, I just want to say, Travis, you did so great today, and it was so fun to have you here. I think we did something that we haven't done before, which was mapping out the whole season and then taking our 6 ideas and blending them all into the storyline in a coherent way that didn't break anything. So thank you so much. It was so cool, and you were such a great contributor to this room. Phil, thank you as always. You were fantastic today, and your pitches were hilarious and thoughtful.
My pitch was Freaky
Yeah.
Friday. Nah, just, thank you.
No,
Good
thank
pitch.
you.
It's super fun.
Thank you.
It worked.
Thank
But
you.
you took Freaky Friday, but it worked really well within Vox Machina because of how we were able to play with it. And it was
Yeah.
believable.
And thank you, Brian, for keeping us on task. And like it was there, it's a lot to have to think of the arc of an entire series and wrap it up on the fly. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
Thanks, Travis.
All right.
Yeah, thank
With
you.
that being said, pencils down, everyone. See you next time. Remember to put your notes and pitches in the comments, and we'll read our favorites on next week's show.
And hey, while you're at it, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Let's build this community together. Oh, also, the bell icon's there, so why don't you ring my bell so that you never miss any updates?
And the like button too, Phil. That's important.
Oh, right, yes. Thank you, Brian.
Remember to put your notes and pitches in the comments, and we'll read our favorites on next week's show.
And hey, while you're at it, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Let's build this community together. Oh, also, the bell icon's there, so why don't you ring my bell so that you never miss any updates?
And the like button too, Phil. That's important.
Oh, right, yes. Thank you, Brian.